Shavua Tov, everyone. Welcome to video number 92 in our TillesTells Stories for Saturday Night group. I adapted and supplemented this story from the book Good Vloch by Avram Barash. I titled it The Rabbi of the Torn Coat. Once, while Rabbi Naftali of Rophshitz was visiting Warsaw, he went into a local shul to study. He noticed a young man learning Talmud with great intensity and initiated a discussion with him on the topic he was studying. Rabbi Naftali was favorably impressed with the young man, Asher, who was unusually knowledgeable for his age. Discreet inquiry revealed that he was the son of a local tailor. Wishing to speak with Asher's father without revealing to the boy that he was considering him as a potential son-in-law, Rabbi Naftali asked Asher to bring him to his father's shop so that he could have repaired his torn bekasha, the below-the-knee belted robe-like jacket or frock coat that Hasidim wear. Upon their arrival at the tailor shop, Rabbi Naftali showed Asher's father his torn frock coat, then urged the young man to return to his studies. Once alone with the tailor, he broached the subject of shidduchim, of arranging a marriage, and suggested his daughter as a fitting match for Asher. The tailor, who was unaware of the greatness of the man who stood before him, dropped his robe in surprise. "What? I should take a mechutin, a relative by marriage with a torn bekasha? My Asher is the most eligible young man in Warsaw. I have heard the best offers for him already. What makes you think you are worthy of my Asher?" Rabbi Naftali was convinced that this was a good match and was determined not to relinquish it easily. "Don't refuse too quickly," he replied. "Ask the Chemdat Shlomo for his advice." Rabbi Naftali of Rophshitz was born on Shavuos in 1760, the same date and year as the Baal Shem Tov's passing. Amazing. He became the Rebbe of many thousands of Hasidim. He was noted for his sharp wit and humor and his elusive, precious aphorisms. Perhaps you remember meeting him in last week's video, or as the central character of the Onion Plot, video number 6, which was rerun for Purim this year. Rabbi Shlomo Zalman Lipschitz, who passed away in 1839, was appointed chief rabbi of Warsaw in 1821. In his influential book, Chemdat Shlomo, he deals with the problem of his generation, including assimilation. His rulings about conversion still hold great height today. The tailor was surprised by the request of this man with the torn bekasha, but he agreed to do so. When he told the Chemdat Shlomo that it was Rabbi Naftali of Rophshitz who was eager to take his Asher for a son-in-law, the rabbi assured him it was indeed a worthwhile match. The sage remarked that nowhere would the tailor find a better match than with the Rophshitzer, even if his best garment was torn. The reverse also took place. When the Choser, the seer of Lublin, the Rebbe of Rabbi Naftali, when he heard about the match, he was surprised that Rabbi Naftali, who stemmed from illustrious lineage, should choose her son-in-law as a son-in-law, a young man from a simple family. Rabbi Yaakov Yitzhak, the Choser of Lublin, the seer of Lublin, was the successor to Rabbi Eli Melech of Lezhinsk and leader of the spread of Hasidus in Poland. He passed away on Tisha B'Av in 1815, and that's a story in itself, which hopefully will be featured for Tisha B'Av this summer. Rav Asher Yeshaya Rubin indeed became the son-in-law of Rabbi Naftali of Rophshitz, and he succeeded him as Rebbe when the latter passed away on the 11th of Iyar, which was this Thursday's date, the 11th of Iyar in 1827. After the engagement, Rabbi Naftali brought young Asher to Lublin to spend the Shabbat. The seer was very impressed with the young man, even honoring him with leading the Thanksgiving prayer at the end of each of the 3 meals. When Shabbat ended, the Choser declared his approval, quoting the words of our sages, "A wise man is preferable to a prophet." That's in Baba Basra, Daf 12, side A. "A wise man is preferable to a prophet," referring to Rabbi Naftali's wisdom as opposed to his own status as a seer. He also made a cryptic remark: "A fine Korban Pesach, a Passover lamb sacrifice," was his comment about the young man. This comment only became clear many years later when Rabbi Asher passed away on Erev Pesach.